It's time for more of today's top stories from the Next News Network.
First it was WikiLeaks, then it was Anonymous, and now a nameless cyber warrior called Guccifer has begun to collect and publicize concealed information that is damaging to the elite. Guccifer has provided RT News with a large trove of emails revealing secrets of some of the world's most powerful people. A March 21, 2012 email to former Secretary of the State Colin Powell from Andrew Knight, an executive with Britain's News Corp, deals with an invitation to former Prime Minister Tony Blair to attend the New Year's Bohemian Grove retreat in California. That secretive two-week gathering of the world's political and financial elite has attracted every Republican president since 1923, as well as major figures from politics, banking, and the media. Although security makes the event nearly impossible to infiltrate, a reporter did manage to sneak into the gathering in 1989 and confirmed that attendees congregate at a 40-foot shrine resembling an owl. The email from Knight to General Powell complained that Blair, quote, has not yet got his priorities straight, and urged Powell to explain the importance of the Bohemian Grove gathering.
If nature is to blame for climate change, what is an environmentalist to do? As long ago as the 1980s, some researchers blamed cow flatulence for contributing to the buildup of greenhouse gases. A recent study published in the peer-reviewed journal Nature Climate Change claims that earthworms are responsible for greenhouse gas emissions from the soil. Some climate activists who believe that catastrophic global warming is inevitable are promoting drastic approaches to deal with the problem. Writing in Yale Environment 360, Canadian activist Ed Struzek suggests that it might be necessary to euthanize polar bear populations in Canada, Alaska, Greenland, Norway, and Russia that he says are unlikely to survive global warming.
The 15-page final draft of the UN Firearms Treaty repeatedly emphasized the need for national governments to impose national control systems and a national control list of all firearms. Although the document repeatedly refers to the rights of national governments to regulate firearms and to conduct certain international firearms sales, nowhere in the treaty is there any mention of the individual right of private citizens to own guns. Article 5, Section 4 of the treaty would require governments that sign the treaty to provide its national control list to the UN, which in practice would mean sharing information about private gun owners with the world body. The Obama administration, which is promoting new national gun registration measures, has expressed support for the UN treaty.
Investigators on the scene in Syria report that US military aid to rebel groups fighting the regime of Bashar al-Assad is going directly to fighters allied with al-Qaeda. ID cards found on the bodies of dead rebels have confirmed the presence of jihadists from Chechnya, Somalia, Saudi Arabia, Libya, and other countries. Numerous reports from Syria describe the US-backed rebels carrying out atrocities against civilians. Those reports are difficult to reconcile with a self-congratulatory March 27th message posted by the US State Department on its Twitter feed, quote, US humanitarian aid saves Syrian lives every day.
Colorado is world-renowned for its outdoor attractions, particularly for hunters. The state's tourist industry is likely to take a severe blow if a planned hunting boycott materializes. Hunters organizations nationwide are discussing a boycott to protest the newly enacted state gun control law, which criminalizes possession of ammo magazines that hold more than 15 rounds and expands background checks for gun purchasers. Among those planning to avoid Colorado is Michael Bain, who had produced 4 hunting programs for the Outdoor Channel in Colorado. You're watching the Next News Network.